Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Queen's Club in West London for the quarterfinals of the British Open 2022, supported by the Riplat Foundation. We're on to our third quarterfinal match for this afternoon. We've got Rob Fahey and Bryn warming up at the moment. Already today, we've had Camden Riviere see off Leon Smart to book his place in the semi-final. And most recently, we've just had Nick Howell take on Ben Taylor Matthews, winning 6-2, 6-love, 6-2. So we'll be facing off against each other on Saturday. Fortunately, I imagine for folks who are joining, I've got a co-commentator for this match this afternoon. If I can welcome Camden Riviere. Camden, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm glad to have some company up here.
Yeah.
We're up here in the top viewing gallery.
I'm sure it's been a little bit lonely
Queens.
so far.
It's particularly cold. It's probably one of the best views in tennis, I'd probably say.
Oh, it certainly is. You definitely get a good perspective from up here. Really get to kind of take in the whole court and see how these guys are moving each other around and really taking advantage of the space.
Absolutely. A little bit difficult to see sometimes the tight chases down at the service end, but that's why we have all the cameras and all the equipment for us.
Exactly. So what have you thought so far today? Obviously, when we see the lineup for today, you think quite a long day, but so far, two. I guess hate to throw mine in there, but two relatively straightforward matches.
Yeah, I think I'd certainly say the second quarterfinal we've just had, Nick and Ben. I think we were all kind of expecting maybe a slightly longer match there. So for that to be over quite quickly, it really just seemed to be a bit of a masterclass from Nick. Really just stopping Ben, getting any rhythm in the game, building up any momentum. Very, very clinical match. And yes, it feels very strange to talk about your match.
We don't have to talk about that. No, I was very surprised by Nick and Ben's. There's a lot on the line at the moment. All these guys are kind of playing for spots in the eliminators.
Yes.
And so every single one of these quarterfinals is incredibly important to that race. So that I thought maybe it would be a little bit closer.
Yes.
But even going into this one, this has huge ramifications. Bryn is in no way out of the race. So I know Nick winning hurts his chances, but still a lot riding on it.
Welcome to Queen's Club for the quarterfinal of the British Open Singles, sponsored by the Riplat Foundation. Before I introduce the players, can I please ask you to switch off your mobile phones and please keep still during the rallies. Thank you. Introducing the players at the service end, we have the number 7 seed professional for Queen's Club. His name is Bryn. At the receiving end, we have professional and from the Oratory School, please welcome number 2 seed, Rob Fahey. This match is the best of 5 6-game sets. First game, number 1.
Cam's going to be with us for a little bit of time this afternoon. So if you've got any questions for him, jump on the live chat and post your questions away.
So far, I like what I see. I think everybody's kind of been wondering, with Rob, saying this is his final event, what it's going to be like. And he looks well up for it.
Yeah.
And I thought he would be. If it is indeed his last one, I'm sure he would like to go out on a high.
Sounds like we've got a great crowd in to watch this match regardless.
And
Chase 5.
Getting to server, first game. Chase West 3, clean up.
Yeah. Not a great start for Bryn there. The problem playing Rob, especially when Rob's up for it, is that you can't let him kind of get comfortable, right? When Rob plays loose,
Yep.
that's it. That's when he's at his best.
Yep.
And what it seems so far is Bryn's a little bit tight, and he's allowing Rob to get loose. And when he's doing things like hitting winning gallery finishers in the first couple games, that's not a great sign for him.
On the chase and the game.
Bryn's going to need to really put his foot down a little bit here to stay in this set.
Go.
Oh, that's a good pickup.
Yeah. So great running there by Bryn, keeping Rob on his toes.
Yeah, you can't give up a chase even there.
Yeah.
With Rob. You gotta take every point that you can. Oh, that's quite good. I will say the one thing with Bryn is that it doesn't matter if he's 5 love down, 2 sets to love down, he plays every point the exact same. He's always there to win, he never gives up. So even though it hasn't necessarily been the best start for him, he definitely is never out of it.
Yeah.
And I think Rob knows that. They've played quite a few times. So it's good that I'm sure Rob will feel like he has to keep the pressure on at all times.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy for Bryn to kind of all of a sudden come back out of nowhere.
1 and 2. 30-40.
Yeah, good shot.
Cam, you've had a question come through already
Yeah.
from Edgar. What is your favourite court in UK? That is a tough question.
I'd say
to start
based
with.
on recent results, probably pressed it all. I will say the Millennium Court at Middlesex University is just a beautiful court.
It's a cracking facility
It
there.
is just so nice to play on. Oh,
Game to receiver.
but I would actually say Lords. Lords would be my favorite.
Okay.
Oh no!
First gallery.
So I've been saying to all the guys this week, the problem with Queens is that when you're serving well, it's the easiest court in the world.
Yep.
When you're not, this place is just awful because everything feels like it's going against you. You get the bad bounces, you get all these things, which happen anywhere. But here, for some reason, it really feels like when that serve's just not in there, you feel like you're under so much pressure.
And there was I think particularly towards the end of your match with Leon, I think we could all start to see that was something that he was really starting to struggle with.
Yeah, and I feel like so far it's what's happening with Bryn is he hasn't quite found his spots yet on the serve.
Yeah. Couple of misses there into the hazards by Rob there.
Yeah,
Second gallery.
I think Bryn thought there might have not been a ball up there as well.
Waste on second gallery.
Oh.
15-40.
It's good running from Rob there.
Game to server.
Very-
4 games to love.
Very tight against the
Yeah.
penthouse wall there.
Rob's not really giving him anything yet. He's not really giving any errors,
No.
any loose balls to even attack.
It's only 4 points Bryn has won in these 4 games.
Love. Tino. Takes better than 6. 15 all.
will say I feel for Bryn. I've been on the wrong side of the Rob Fahey Express a few times myself, and it is not a fun place to be when he's moving like this and seeing it well. I've spoken to him at length, and this is definitely his favorite court. I think he's played here so much. He knows every inch of it, and feels so comfortable out here with how to win points and get the best out of his game. So it's a bit tough. Bryn's going to really need to kind of settle in here and find some sort of groove.
Game the receiver, 5 games to love.
That's good. That's what Bryn's got to do right now. You've got to kind of battle through these patches where Rob's just striking it well and trying to stay in the rally as long as you can and try to break his momentum a little bit. Oh! It's good.
Demi PK that went the wrong way definitely help you with that.
30. Chase 2, 15, 30. 37.
That's good. I think, so much of it too is momentum and pace, right? So there you've seen Bryn's been vaulting a little bit more, slowing the pace down, and you just force a few errors. We get into these zones when we play where you're in your groove and everything's kind of happening, but it's at a certain pace, right?
Yep.
And so even if you just slow down that pace, you can help get someone out of that zone.
Yep.
And you're seeing it here a little bit this game. It also helps when you're 5 love up. You can have some breathing room, right?
Try something a little bit.
Be a little more aggressive, take some chances.
15, chase 2.
Oh, that's quite good.
It's very beautiful backhand.
Bagel avoided.
Into the desert. 1-5.
Good shooting. Lots of openings. That's what we like to see. Oh.
So we're only just under 20 minutes in, and Rob has already got a set point. But he'll have to beat Chaser Yard if he wants to take it the first time.
Yeah, he's definitely played well. I mean, it definitely hasn't been Bryn at his finest yet. I'm sure Bryn's going to want to settle into this still a bit. There's still a lot of time. You know, we see quite often in court tennis where someone gets blown out for a set, and then next thing you know, they're in it. But he'd love to, you know, win this chase and sneak some momentum into this game.
Juice.
Yes. Beautiful base of the timbre there.
Yeah.
Very difficult for him to get that.
Oh, that's a great pickup. Oh, that's a great pickup.
Server, 2
Great
games
pickup.
to 5. What's the last gallery?
See, I know Rob's hit a chase off that, but so far from what I've seen with Bryn serving, that Demi P is getting him the best rally sequences, right? It's at least encouraging Rob to play the floor on the first ball,
Yeah.
which I think is what Bryn's gotta want.
Yeah.
He hasn't quite found the length on that high serve yet, and Rob's just able to be quite aggressive on it. And you just, if you're gonna pick between Rob's force and his cut volley, I think if you're Bryn, you've gotta want his cut volley. That's gotta suit you more.
No strokes.
And so, be interested to see if he starts bringing that out a bit more. Oh, that's very good.
15 love, chase the last gallery. Across the chase, a yard worse than last gallery. 30 love. Last gallery, 30 love.
It's a good serve. like I've seen a very aggressive start from Bryn on his return of serve. I feel like he's tried to come out and really take Rob on that first ball. And I'm just not sure it's his style of play. You know, maybe it's a tactic, maybe it's just how he's feeling today. But even there, you know, that second to last point where he starts with a floor shot into the corner to get into the rally. I think, you know, the longer these rallies extend, the better it is for Bryn.
Yes.
You know, rather than, I feel like the shorter ones are going to favor Rob.
Yeah.
There it is.
Just under 25 minutes there for Rob to wrap up the first set, 6 games to 2. One lucky bounce followed by another lucky bounce, I think.
All right, so you're the stats guy. I'd love to hear some of the stats on that first set.
Well, I think we're going to see a few come up on the screen just here very briefly.
So Bryn actually ended that set with more date-ons. And you see, that's not, I don't think that's a great stat for him.
No,
necessarily.
that is very, very surprising.
Points won, 15, 26. Equal points served. So to see, that says to me that Bryn's being very aggressive on his return.
Yep.
Which I know he's a great returner and he should be looking to attack the date-on, but I'm just not sure that that's paying off at the moment.
Look at the...
Chase worse than a yard. $15 worse than a yard. Chase 30-15.
One of the, I think the surprising stat for me, if we're able to bring that set one summary back up, is the chase length. Bryn's laying 5 chases, average better than 4, comparing against Rob's more than a yard worse. I think of all the matches we've seen so far, that's comfortably the deepest set of chases I think we've had. Granted, it's been a relatively short set, but most chases being sort of on average around about 6 last gallery, that kind of region. So.
But we're also seeing that he only laid 5, and so he's not getting chases as often necessarily. Oh. There we go.
Forehand from Rob there, practically behind him to get it back over.
Mm.
Game to receiver. First game, second set.
Yep.
Deal up. Chase 2, 15 up.
So you see Rob's frustration there. He's got an open ball and he's missed his target by probably 6 feet. Until I put it back in that point. And
15.
Excellent length there. So.
I love that it still frustrates him that. So what I'd like to see more of this set, the stat that stuck out to me was that, so Rob won 64% of the points he was serving, Bryn won 32. So that's yet again that stat that Bryn's returning aggressively, not necessarily winning as many points from that end. I feel like, I'm tracking my own stuff a bit, anything over 50% on the service end is very good.
It's very, very good.
It's very good.
Absolutely.
And by the same token, on the receiver's end, if you can be near 50%, then that's a great stat for you on the receiver's end. And so Rob obviously dominated both sides of that category.
Chase 30, 40. Game receiver.
Well played from Bryn there.
1 game all, second set.
I could watch that double-handed backhand all day long.
Doesn't make sense to me.
Deal up.
Mm.
30 up.
Mm.
15, 30. No chase. Better the second gallery, 15, 30.
Ooh, that's unlucky.
Another pickup. Well, another catch on the low side of the bezel. Very peculiar.
Yeah. Yeah, we've
do-
definitely seen a different momentum this set so far, right? We're seeing a few more errors from Rob. Obviously, he
Yes.
started off very well. Came out swinging, hitting great openings, good first ball. That's always going to wear off a little bit, but I think it's going to be key for him to keep it up. He can run, but
He doesn't
I'm not
want
sure
to.
Yeah, he wants to.
Service 15-30. Better second gather.
Do keep the questions coming on the live chat.
Oh, that's very good.
That's
Very good.
40.
Rob really making that forehand cross-court count. Definitely forcing a few errors from Bryn.
Yeah, Bryn did everything he could to avoid getting into his cut volley there. Better serving so far this set, keeping Rob a bit more off offense, making him at least work harder on that first ball to be aggressive on it. It looks like Rob's kind of struggled with his serve a bit as well. Bryn started to change up his return, and so he's having to kind of change game plans here. The one thing with Rob is he's the greatest I've ever seen at making mid-match adjustments. If something's not working, he's so good at finding an answer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great rally.
It's a very good rest. It's a lot of power coming from Rob down in this backhand corner.
So I'd like to maybe create a poll here because I have an interesting one.
Yeah.
For you. And I'll give you the question and what my version of the answer is, but I want to hear what the group says.
Yeah.
Is there a difference between a rally and a rest? Because to me, if I say great rally, that means the shots played within the rally were fantastic. And if I say great rest, that implies the last shot that finished the point and laid the ball to rest was fantastic. So you could have a horrible rally with a great rest. But I'd be interested to hear your view, and if you think maybe we can do a poll to the public here.
It would be good to get people's views on the live chat. I've got a couple of thoughts which I will come to in a second.
Yeah.
Service advantage, worse than the second gather. Oh.
Bryn's first lead here. See if hold it, keep his foot down, or if Rob can fight back.
So we have got a few comments coming through about the rest or rally. Gary always thought rest came from the French, the word rester. P. Bolster always thought of rest and rally as the same, so is that, I guess that's a vote for both of them?
For both, I guess?
Yeah.
Interchangeable? Because I think that's the widely popular view, right? Is that they're interchangeable?
So my perspective is I defer to all matters around wording to Leslie Romerson, who.
Oh, good ball, Bryn.
On the chase, 15-40.
Who I understand always uses the word rest.
She I would kind of go to her judgment as well over mine for sure.
Game for the server, 2 games all.
Hey, look,
That's
Bryn's gonna be upset
your
about
commentator's curse there. He
that
talked
is.
about.
Bryn's gonna be upset about that game because every rally in that game suited him. Yes, he just didn't quite close them out. Did he get that? Oh. How did he get that? That's pretty incredible get there. I'd definitely say we're seeing some momentum change here. We're getting longer rallies so far this set. Bryn's still not firing well on that when he's being very aggressive on that first ball, but he's definitely seeming more comfortable. Rob's not getting as many free opportunities, it doesn't seem.
It feels like particularly Rob with that kind of forehand cross court that we've seen him really set some very, very good chases, that Bryn's starting to kind of get his eye back into those shots a little bit more.
Yeah, that's just... Could be the first unforced error we've seen from Rob today. Go get some weird bounces out there at the moment.
Bryn misses the grill by a couple of inches, and Rob sinks it straight back into the dead.
Receiver leads 3 games to 2. Up. Better than 2, 15 up.
Good pickup from Bryn there. Got a bit unlucky. That serve normally would bounce once and then go perfectly flush with the back wall. Oh, could be in. Oh. I would love, I mean, I don't know how you could ever track it, but I would love to see the stats on rally length. So let's say rally goes more than, let's call it 4 shots, and if it goes under, because I think we'd see a very big skew between Rob and Bryn in those stats at the moment. Rob in this last couple games has definitely stepped up the pace, and even when the rallies go longer, Bryn seems to have an advantage, but the shorter ones he is in total control of.
Yeah.
Hazard 1 and 2. Hazard 1 and 2. Gallery 30-15.
Oh.
We have a definitive answer from Ian Hawkey. Thanks for writing in, Ian. You've got the IRTPA rulebook in front of you about rests and rallies. Great definition copied out into the chat. I think that
sums that up.
I think that ends
I'm
the.
not too big of a man to admit I'm wrong. I've just been lit up in the comments, and so I'll take my L and
and move on.
Now I know.
starting to feel a lot more equal, a lot more level in terms of the.
Definitely this set. I think Bryn's serving a bit better. Rob's kind of come out of that purple patch a bit, maybe because of Bryn serving, but also just we're well into the match now.
Yeah.
And this is where we're middle of the set. This is where you've got to make that transition in your game if you're Rob and say, all right, what was working is not anymore. What do I have to do now?
Move on to the next. Move on to Plan B, Plan C.
Chase off. No stroke. Chase 2 and 3. Chase 15 love.
Bryn asking for the VAR review there. Ben, do we have that yet? Ben says no, unfortunately. Maybe next year, Bryn. Ooh.
30 love.
Oh, that's some good hitting there.
30 all.
See, that's an impressive game from Bryn, right? So he's come down. He's lost those 2 chases. He's been very upset about that call. The difference between him and everybody else is that he just doesn't care. He moves on, and is straight back to work the next point.
Yeah.
Right. And that would have been so easy to lose that game quickly, right? And give Rob momentum, and that's exactly what Rob wants, right? So impressive mentally on his part to just kind of move on, get to the next point. That's why he's such a difficult opponent.
Oh.
Lost the chase and the game. Server leads 4 games to 3.
That is a big game.
He got that one bounce that
Yeah.
you were talking about earlier.
I think he was so excited to finally have hit the good serve and then miss the open ball.
Oh.
Yep.
40 love. Fifteen, 40.
And we're back to parity for all.
Good return from there. Wow. Tell you what, I would give up a lot to have Rob's return for one day. I imagine it being quite fun to play when you get to do that, or can do that, on every ball.
There's some very, very tight serves Bryn's managing to get against that back wall, and Rob is really got his head in and really dispatching them now.
But I think he knows. I think what we've been seeing is Bryn's been serving much tighter, but Rob's been playing that first ball more on the floor, and that's just not getting him the type of rally he wants. Whereas attacking that straight ball, even for a chase, is a better move for him, I think. To kind of, especially here at this crucial point. I don't think he wants to try and start any rally on the floor unless it's with that cut volley.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very good.
It's a lovely
Great
shot.
shot.
Some super low shots by both players.
The last gallery.
Oh, what a correct man off here. What a rest.
Fantastic.
What a rest.
Fantastic running from both players there.
15-all.
Oh, that's a fantastic pickup from Bryn.
The level has definitely stepped up here.
Right
They're
underneath
both
the
pushing
timber.
very hard.
15-all.
They definitely understand how important this set
Yeah.
is.
Thirty 15. Second gallery.
Much better ball striking going on here. I think they're both really, really honed in now, right? Know how important the end of the set is. Neither of them's giving 3 points. A lot of good attacking and kind of working the point around. I think Bryn's, you can see, is definitely trying to pick on Rob's backhand. He understands that forehand is just too big of a weapon.
Yeah.
And has basically been saying, if you're going to beat me, it's going to be on that side.
Yeah.
Server leads 30
Rob's,
15.
no one's ever said Rob's got a bad backhand either, though.
Oh, no. 40 15, last gallery.
And that caught Rob out a little bit there.
Five, 4.
Game server, 5 games to 4. Cool.
Well, that's a great return. That was a hell of a serve. Yep.
15 up.
Not a whole lot in it, is there?
This is starting to feel very, very equal, very, very level. Momentum, I'm feeling is starting to come back to Bryn a little bit. I kind of feel like commentator's curse again, but probably feel like
I
Bryn
don't even like to put it out
You
there.
don't want to put it out there.
Well,
I'll keep
I don't
quiet.
like for us to influence play too much here, right? But I would certainly say he's playing well enough,
15 up.
and he's hitting it, and he's in a good position to close
Yes.
out this set. Let's see if he can do it. Great ball. Great shot.
15 all. Chase 2. Chase.
We saw Rob slip a little bit there, going into that backhand on the previous chase.
Okay.
Hopefully nothing too serious, but wouldn't be surprised if we see him take a minute after this set to just make sure. Oh. Just make sure Drew's awake.
Imagine Drew has had plenty of those in his time.
Chase better than the door. 30 all.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Bryn's done everything right there. There was an interesting stat that just came up. So Bryn was way behind in the chase count before, and now
Yes.
he's way ahead. And you can see he's doing better. So we were saying in the first set that maybe he was not getting as many chases, but when he did get them, they were good.
Yeah.
This set, he's quite happy to take pretty much any chase.
Yep.
Right?
Come down
here
command the service end.
and try and win from the service end. And it's obviously been doing much better for him.
30 all. Hazard better than the door.
It's a tough chase to win here. Any hazard. Oh, wow.
see.
I don't think I've ever
Bryn's
seen
eyes.
that bounce.
See Bryn's eyes lighting up the prospect of. And that's because he's got his first set point of the match.
Use. Oh. Receiver.
Rob knows he got away with one there. That's good defense from Bryn there.
Use.
Yeah. That all started from the serve.
Yeah.
Service advantage.
Second set point.
Oh no.
Use.
Oh, what a rally. Great play.
Congrats.
Service advantage.
Rob doing everything he can to keep that in play.
And there it is.
There it is. We are at one set all.
You can see a bit of anger from Rob there. He knows how important that set was.
Yeah.
He also knows that the opportunity was there. I mean, I'm sure when we look at the stats for that set, we'll see that it was really either man's, right? That 4-all game was close. Both had opportunities.
Yeah, we had quite a lot of juices throughout all of that. Actually.
So here you go. So I really think that if you're Bryn, you don't want to win the Dayton battle. If you're winning that battle, I think you're camping out at that receiver set, which we've seen now isn't helping.
Is not gonna help.
I mean, look at the points won. Almost exactly the same. You know, points served. All of a sudden now, look at that point serve stat. Bryn went from, what do we say, like 26% or something in the first set to 51 now in the second. And his serves won much better. Now 13 chases laid, average being worse than second gallery.
Very, very different.
You can see for the way Bryn plays, getting to the service end, right, is incredibly important for him.
Yeah.
He's a great player. He has in no way a bad return of serve. But when you have a player who is as great of a ball striker and opening hitter as Rob, you you just don't want to even be trying to take it on with your return. I don't think if you're Bryn. Very impressive fight back too, because that first set Rob was out.
That first set was a very one-sided affair. Bryn really not really able to get anywhere within the games at all. But yeah, much tighter second set. We've got a small delay. Bryn has just doing a shirt change and I think a quick trip to the loo. But we are one set all. So we're now effectively a best of three. let's see on the chat.
Oh,
Get your predictions in. Where do you think this is going? This feels very, very finely balanced now.
I think we have had a question come in. Can't quite read it. I don't have my glasses on. But,
Question from Joseph. Camden, are there any niche or underutilized serves which an amateur of 30 handicap would benefit from learning?
One set all.
Oh,
Third set level.
I would almost bet that their bobble isn't good enough or utilized enough. But I'll attack that question in a minute here.
Sure.
Let's go. 1 and 2.
Good fight from Bryn there. You know, just goes to show he just plays every point as it is. Goes down 30 love with that chase.
Yep.
And just fight back into the game here. But to answer that question, 30 handicaps. I think so much of it is what you can do. Show me a serve that you can do 8 times out of 10, and that's probably the serve I think you should hit. Because I can teach you all the serves you want, but if you're hitting 1 out of 20 in, the other 19 are probably pretty bad, and that means you shouldn't be using them. But I do think the bobble is... I mean, obviously, I know I just came off of using it in a world championship, but I proved it to myself, if nothing else. It is very underutilized. Like
Very deceptive serve, regardless of your handicap.
Oh, that's a good change-up from Rob there.
Yeah.
Overhit that demi-P on purpose. Bryn obviously not wanting to...
Didn't sound particularly great. Have you got a busted string there?
I'm thinking it's a string. With how tight these guys string their rackets these days, it is not surprising that they pop them on the sides occasionally.
30-15.
Say a little bit of a flat start from Bryn this set. You know, you take that break and you just never know if it's going to slow someone down or break momentum or anything. You know, seems like it's helped Rob more so far than Bryn.
Yeah, it looks like it's given Rob a bit of an opportunity to sort of refocus, get his eyes back into things.
Oh, that's very good.
That's a fantastic volley. Fantastic volley to defend the dead on there. Pretty sure that's Bryn's first grill of the match.
That's a very good shot. Sorry, Ben. It just comes with the job, my friend. While we have a minute, I would like to say incredibly well done on behalf of all the pros to Ben here. The streaming has been absolutely fantastic this year. It's so great to see. I don't think you'll hear any complaints from us on it. And I know everybody back home is so glad to be able to tune in and see such a high quality stream coming in. So thank you, Ben.
We're getting some great feedback and some great love for Ben on the live chat as well. It has been a supreme effort.
It really does mean the world to everybody tuning in to be able to watch and see all of this. So thank you, man.
Chase 1 and 2.
If you are coming to Queens this weekend, do come to the upper gallery, shake Ben's hand, and buy him a drink. He definitely could do with beer or a coffee.
Yeah, we'll get Ben's stats up here in a minute on the screen for what he likes.
Lost the chase and the game. 2 games to love. Serve-a-lee. 2 love.
Bryn's definitely, he's missed a few date-ons today by a matter of what must be millimeters. It's so tough because it shouldn't make a difference, right? But there's a big difference.
There's a big difference between winning a point and setting chase the door.
Yeah. But I think at this point he's happy anytime it ends up in a chase. I think that's a good result for him.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly that second set has shown that taking the service end, controlling the service end, is working in Bryn's favour.
Yeah. He does find himself in a hole here, though. He needs to be careful that this doesn't set doesn't get away from him. Oh.
Spied an opportunity to put it in winning gallery, but just tickled it onto the roof.
Oh, that's very good from there. He reads that boast incredibly well. Yeah. That's well played. Oh. This has become quite a big game. Feels like there's a lot kind of riding on this one.
What's the RG?
Oh. That's tried to put one over on him there. Didn't quite work. But feels like Bryn's this set is he's not putting that open ball away. Open ball closing of points is at the top level is incredibly important. You do all the hard work, but you gotta finish it.
We've had a couple just in this game here, right up against sort of 4 or 5 yards, right next to last gallery, and you kind of look at that and think, Bryn needs to kill that ball with that shot, and not quite been there. And I guess
sometimes it's wrong selection, right? He's going for grill when maybe main wall tambo or something, right? So it doesn't always have to be an opening to finish it, right? Makes sense.
West of the yard. Chase off.
Played. Oh, great.
Service advantage. And the game, 3 games to love.
that feels pretty big in the
Yep.
course of this set.
If it was anybody else, I would think that that's a big momentum shifter. But with Bryn and his mentality, I think he's just going to
15 love.
normally get right back to work.
Spoke too soon, Camden.
No chases. That's you.
Feels like the start of this game has been quite slow. Some very kind of careful played shots, and then that rush just then, very quick, really caught Bryn out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels like Rob's in pretty good control here. I think even with, it's so nuanced at this top level, because even if the rallies are extended, if they're extended in a way that suits Rob, as far as the shots being hit, then they're still in his favor. And so I think we're seeing him winning a decent percentage of the longer rallies this set. And we're seeing a few more unforced errors. I think Bryn's feeling a bit of pressure, even on easier balls, to finish it.
Yeah.
Not as confident in the rally at the moment. And, he's still in every game.
Yes, very much so.
But he's got to kind of find a new rhythm now.
Jeez. Advantage receiver. Serves advantage.
Better
There you
finish in
go.
there, much
Great
better.
finish.
1 game to 3.
Oh, wow. Broke. Interesting.
Fantastic shot there from Bryn.
15 all.
Well, that's fantastic retrieving. Wow.
Last gallery.
It's a big game. Bryn's fighting back in there. Broke the momentum a little bit. As we said, he'd been in every game this set. He just hadn't necessarily been converting. And this game, last game in this game, seems to have kind of gotten that two-handed backhand going again. He's made a few errors on it this set on the volley, which is very unusual. He seems to be getting back on track with that a little bit.
Yeah, 3-1 probably doesn't probably disguises actually how level this set has been so far.
I don't think he's upset with his position right now, but he knows that he has
could-
to really focus in.
Yeah.
Yep, great shot.
It's a great shot.
Murphy Hazard, second gallery.
Ooh. Much better serving from Rock here. That underarm twist that's the little variation right all of a sudden now. That's done well for him this set. Just backing Bryn off a bit. He feels like he's in control, I think, a bit more serving wise right now.
Shakes pedal 2.
looked right on QA. Commentators cursing into hitting a couple bad ones there.
Do keep questions coming in on the chat if you've got any questions for Cam. I would say that nothing's off limits, but I guess I'm not the one answering them. Because you reserve the right to not answer them if you don't want to.
We can deep dive it.
No strokes. Chase better than 2. No strokes. Better than 2. Up. Worse than last gallery. No. Okay. 15 on.
Bit of frustration there from Rob. Bryn just keeping things nice, short and low on the floor.
Yep. Yeah, that backhand to backhand rally, he's happy with.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a great pickup.
We've had a question through from Zach Edel, who was here at the weekend playing a very late night fixture against Neil Mackenzie. Interesting to see the live stats noting more players winning the match whilst being at the receiving end for the majority of the match. Do you think there's any particular reason for this?
I think I alluded to this earlier, that serving here is quite difficult. If you serve well, you'll feel incredibly dominant. But I think both players tonight have been struggling to find their serve. So you're seeing the opportunity, especially for someone as aggressive as Rob, to take advantage from that receiver's end. Still think that this match is won and lost at the service end.
Chase off, chase 2. Chase the line. 30-15 receiver, chase the line. receiver. 2 games to 4.
Bit of frustration from Rob here. He's not enjoying how this current sequence is going.
Just tickled the outer court line on above the main wall there.
Bit of a momentum change there for sure with that last game. It felt like Rob was kind of in control. You know, he might lose a game here and there in this set, but that everything was kind of going his way, and now all of a sudden it seems a bit lost for an answer.
So we've got a follow-up question to the previous discussion about serving. What makes this court a difficult one to serve on?
Ooh, that's a good question. Basically, you know, it's all about the combination of grit that you have on the walls and the penthouse. You can see that these guys can't really pin a railroad in very easily, which makes it very difficult. The high serve can work well, but it's such a risk because your high serve is generally either great or awful. Point proven there. Bryn's trying so hard to get that railroad in.
It's very
tight.
Ended up very wide.
Yeah, ended up not great. Oh, hitting.
There you go. Much tighter railroad and.
Yeah, floor back wall is really the only way to get it to kick back here consistently. It's also the hardest one to hit because you will either fault or it's going to get cut volleyed generally. Wow, what was that?
Absolute rocket to take us to juice.
That's a great ball. Rob's definitely pressing here. It's really interesting. I was talking about how Bryn was missing a bit on that two-hander for the first half of this set. And Rob was very dominant in those rallies. And now it's changed. Rob's not as tidy on his backhand, and Bryn's taking advantage on that two-hander. It's such a small little deviation, right, that makes a big difference.
Got a Lovely question from Giles Rosier, who's the posh British commentator. It's your fellow Giles. I didn't introduce myself at the start of this. I'm Giles Doy, and I am very firmly an amateur. 55 is my handicap on a good day, and Hampton Court is my stomping ground. We got a little pause in play here at the change of ends while.
He's just filling his water bottle there.
Just filling up water bottle.
For everything great about Queens, I will say that their water dispensers are very slow.
Make sure to put that on the feedback and evaluation form.
Invited next year.
It's incredible railroad.
Martin server, chase 2.
Bit surprised we didn't see the railroad again there.
Mm.
He was feeling it a bit of groove on that. I thought he would have gone forward again.
West of last gallery, juice.
So for those of you who don't know, over the winning gallery, there's a little dip in the penthouse. So a little home court knowledge for you. So that demi P there that he's just hit is landed on the second bounce exactly on that spot. And to be honest with you, that's pretty much where we're aiming.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it'll pop off that, sometimes it'll roll off that. So you'll also see with these cut side walls, you may be wondering, well, why are they trying to get it to come off where they are? Well, and the reason for that is because in that area, it's just there's a lot of deviation that can happen on the penthouse. And so we're trying to play for that. We don't want consistency. We want it to do something different every time. So that one popped very high up, caught Bryn a little off guard, and that's all the difference between in and in the net.
Is it? Would you say it's kind of similar to what I'd call the Hollyport lip?
Yep, very much so. And every club has its own ones. And if obviously we play a lot around the world, so if you get to know weird spots on every court that you want to try and hit for.
Oh, that's very.
Big finish there, and now you're seeing a lot of aggressive, confident ball striking from Rob. 2 up.
See Rob wanting to increase the pace of these rests. You can see the set point is not far away.
Definitely see the skip in his step.
Yeah.
Right. Better footwork.
Very noticeable.
Positivity coming from here.
Superb reactions from Rob there.
Pretty special. A bit more like what we were seeing in the first set there, right? Aggressive hitting, confident hitting.
Yep.
Bringing it to Bryn, not letting Bryn dictate play so much.
Yeah.
He's done very well because I feel like he's kind of battled through Bryn dictating most of this set. As we were saying, the rallies are kind of longer and kind of more even, but he's done well to kind of maintain the edge. I think that early lead in the set helps a lot. I think it's been quite even from that
given them a bit of a cushion, hasn't it?
Yeah, to play with. Whereas I think the second half of this set especially has been very even till now.
Yeah, has been a lot more even, but Rob seemingly in a bit of a hurry.
Might have dinner reservation.
Gallery 30 all.
Just typical Bryn. He just never gives up. Relentless. It's I mean, I've been playing with Bryn since we were about 10 years old, and it's just always been this way. You get very little rise or dip in emotion from him. You know, we all get a little frustrated, but he's so level-headed out there. It's so frustrating. Yep, that's a good ball. Smart shot.
Service advantage.
Definitely gotten tight. It's I think that's the great thing when you're someone like Bryn, right? You just lost that game. Rob's come up. He's really blitzing at you now, right? But he's never just going to give it to him.
Yeah.
He's going to make Rob earn this set. Because even if you're going to lose this set, you want to at least go with a bit of momentum into that fourth, right?
Yep.
Match isn't over either way.
Indeed.
And Bryn, that's where Bryn's so good. He can
Receiver.
stay in this game.
West
He's
from
fighting
second
hard.
gallery.
Win or lose in this set right now, he feels like he's back to square one in level.
Yeah.
It's very good. Very good shot.
Oh,
Great ball.
Service advantage.
that creates the first set point for Rob in this third set.
Juice. Okay, 1 and 2. Juice.
So if you're on the live stream hoping to watch the John Lumley and Chris Chapman match, which was scheduled to start about 10 minutes ago, I'm feeling in particular to our folks in Australia who might have set their alarms for 5 a.m. I'm afraid they're going to keep you waiting a little bit longer. We've got at least another set to come just as yet. But if you have woken up early, you're watching an absolute treat from these two. Set point.
Nice, good volley. Good ball. Oh, there it is.
The third set to Rob Fahey.
Leads by 2 sets to 1. Double.
That's what I appreciate about Bryn. Straight back to work. Doesn't want to let Rob feel like that set meant anything more than it has to.
What's the last gallery? 15.
I feel like what we saw there in the third is, I think Rob tends to win his games in bunches, right, because of his aggressive style of play, whereas Bryn is working very hard to battle in each game, right? Whereas Rob tends to just kind of roll through 2 or 3 games on a stretch here. You can see a lot more serves won by Rob that set.
Yeah.
Much better from the service end. Otherwise, as we thought, like very close.
It feels for something, you know, for 6-2.
Yep.
You know, that belies a very close set. We had 5 deuces in those 8 games. Rob won 4 of them. Really could have gone either way.
You know what I mean? He wins them in bunches, right? So if he runs off 3 games quickly, and Bryn's having to work hard to win 1,
Yeah.
then you'll take that ratio if you're Rob every day.
Game receiver. First game,
It's
fourth
a
set.
great start to the set from
Yeah.
Bryn there.
1 up.
It's a great response.
strokes.
Bryn will take that rally all day. Win or lose in that rally, he's happy.
Yeah.
He would enjoy doing that every single point if he could.
What's the 6, 2, 3?
And here we've seen a very opposite start to this set, haven't we? All of a sudden now, a bit longer rallies, Bryn's more in control, Rob struggling to find a serve. But I think that bathroom break at the beginning, right before the beginning of the third, really hurt Bryn.
Yeah.
Because he came out slow, gave Rob that early lead, and was kind of behind the 8 ball for the whole set. Whereas now he's been able to start with momentum and kind of put Rob more on his heels at the beginning here. I think we're going to start to see a bit of aggression from Rob. Or too long here.
Server leads 15 on, worse than 6. Chase 2 and 3. Chase 30-15.
Just on cue.
Yeah.
The aggression is coming back.
I think that's the difference between kind of these two, right? Rob understands. You can't let it get to 3 love.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So 1 love is enough. He's feeling that this is not going how I want it to, right? And so he's going to make that change now, rather than sticking with it to see if he can battle in. He's done this too often and way too many times to let that happen to him.
Half yard worse.
For play.
1 game all.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. We appreciate your future years of service here. This is very exciting. You heard it here first.
We did.
No takesies, backsies.
No. And obviously in charge of the video, he can edit that out if he wants to at the end of this match.
Oh.
15 love, last gallery.
Yep.
Fifteen 30. Oh. Second gallery, 15-30.
Very interesting start here because I feel like the momentum's with Bryn.
Yeah.
And Rob is battling to try and regain control.
Yeah.
Right? He's kind of fighting his way back in. And he's still, and it's weird because we're at 1-all, 30-all, right?
Yep.
So it's not like there's anything, but you can just feel that I think Rob understands that it could very easily have 2 games slipped from him quickly. And he's holding on to not let that happen. And Bryn needs to convert if he wants to keep with it, because if the momentum changes with the way Rob's striking it, this set could get
This could
get away quickly.
get away very, very quickly.
Second gallery. Server, chase 2 and 3.
That's very good.
It's a great shot. Great shot to deck his deuce.
Again, just a few misses on those open balls, right? For Bryn to maintain control here, giving Rob some chances, and he's going to take full advantage of it.
Juice. Chase 2. Serves advantage, chase the 9.
Good rally. High quality stuff on both players there. Yes, that's very good.
Yeah.
So good.
Advantage receiver. Juice. What's the juice?
Bit of frustration from Bryn there, understandably. He's been all over those back-end rallies, right?
Yeah.
And then now we're seeing Rob fighting back into those.
Serves advantage, chase worth the yard.
Thank you.
Chase game server. Server leads 2 games to 1.
Ben will be disappointed with that.
Set.
Like you say, he started off with that all guns blazing, and now he's going to have 2-1 down.
Clean up. Clean up. Chase 6, 15 all.
Bit of an open shot at winning gallery. Gets returned
Yeah,
as
I
a
think-
main or dead on.
Chase 6.
Bit of a lull there for players. Sometimes you got to take a breath, you know?
Yeah.
really feels to me like it's on Bryn's racket at the moment with this match, whether or not he's going to win. It's been kind of Rob's not serving well, and Bryn's basically had opportunities, and it's just a question of is he keeping it on target? Is he keeping the ball down? Rob's playing very steady essentially, and Bryn's kind of deviating up and down.
Yep.
And the question is just can he get control for a long period of time? Because
To
he
get
keeps kind of
enough
ebbing and
games to-
flowing.
yeah.
And I just don't think he's going to be able to close this set out or really get back into it.
If you're enjoying what you're seeing and you are want to see some of the action live, don't forget that there are tickets still available for the remaining days of the draw. We've got doubles quarterfinals tomorrow, followed by single semi-finals on Saturday, double semi-final on Sunday, and then the finals early next week. Tickets available. Head to tennisandrackets.com and get them there.
Game receiver, 2 games all.
This will be a crucial game, really, to see if Bryn can keep the momentum going.
Well, that's very good. They're both doing tremendously well on that cup volley.
Fantastic railroad, but received no respect.
There are 2 things that I was hoping we would see today. I would almost call them signature shots. One is Rob kind of climbing the wall in front of
Yep.
the grill. We saw him go up for one, but he left it.
Yeah,
because
but he
it was on
left it, yeah.
penthouse. The other is that Bryn's basically ambidextrous. And so there are numerous times where you'll see him play a lefty forehand volley out of the date-on and out of the grill. We haven't seen either yet. I'm slightly surprised.
I don't work. Wesley Yard.
Oh.
15 love, second gallery. That's you.
Fantastic. Excellent rest there. I don't know if that's quite the signature shot you were asking for.
I mean, I'll give it to him. I mean, I think Rob probably has about 50 of them. So.
Had a question in on the live text from Ben Corston. Cam, when you coming onto the racket scene?
I'm coming out there when you're coming out into the court tennis scene. We had a great event in Chicago about 2 weeks ago, a crossover event where I played with Tom Billings, and we had 4 or 5 of the best real tennis players in the world, including Rob Fahey here, and again 4 or 5 of the best rackets, and we played rackets and court tennis. It was an absolute blast. I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
There you go, and Giles Rosier, very keen to see you back on the rackets court at some point soon.
Game receive up, 3 games to 2.
So yet again, feels like Bryn's in control here,
3-2.
right? Can he stay on him though?
Probably didn't spot on the cameras. A big sigh let out from Drew Lyons just then, just before he dodged that first serve.
Oh, he couldn't get at it.
15-all. No chases. 15-all. Half a yard versus the last gallery, 15-all.
An excellent save by Bryn earlier in that rest.
It's Rob is doing his best to stay in this right now, and Bryn's giving him a few freebies.
Yeah.
Could very easily be 4-2 right now. And
receiver leads, half a yard worse than last gallery. Juice. introduce.
It is tight out there. Rob is really trying to hold on. And I think I've played Bryn enough. I think I can say that in his mind, he's basically just saying to himself, for Christ's sake, just put together a game. Just, because it's there. He's doing all the pieces.
Yep, he's doing everything he needs to.
He's doing everything right. And, just not quite getting it all to click. And he knows Rob's hanging
Service
on.
advantage.
He also knows that if he can sneak a game or two and get an early lead, he'd be flying ahead.
Oh.
There it is. Amazing from Rob. I really don't know how he does it. I don't know what he's made of, but I want some of it.
Second gallery. Caught this string on the outside. Again. Clean up. Dino. Second gallery. 30.
Yeah.
Gone down as a hazard chase, that one.
Yep. So I feel a bit of a momentum shift here. I feel as though now it's Rob that's more in control, and Bryn that's fighting. I love how court tennis can change so fast. I say I love it when I'm watching it. Hate that when I'm playing. You can go from the most comfortable you've ever been in your life, feeling like you've never played before in one shot.
And how to hold a racket. superb third shot there by Bryn to get just behind Rob as he was moving in back into the middle of the court. And here we go to Juice.
Serve advantage.
I would say Bryn and Rob, more than anybody else on tour, are the ones that can roll that ball, as you say, from that forehand back cross court, especially off of things like cut volleys and main walls. So they're the two, when you're playing against them, you have to think about it. Most of the guys are taking that ball more often down the line. But somehow, I haven't quite figured out how to do it yet. Somehow they can do it on cue.
Okay, receiver. 4 games to 3.
Oh. Purple.
Great rest. Rob nearly introducing his head into the wall there 2 or 3 times in that rest alone. Superb width by Bryn.
Last gallery, 15 love.
Big shot there. Felt like Bryn's taking the momentum again here. Being that high, is that just a one-off, or is that going to change things?
This
What do you
is
think?
just this
He's
is
got
too
it.
this
He's got
is,
it.
This is just too tight. This is far too
The
close to
momentum
goal.
is shifting back and
just-
forth.
it's just-
almost by
yeah.
the point here, which is
It's
so
really-
interesting, right? You can
really
go, you can
hard
go
to
3-4 games without a momentum change, right?
Yeah.
And then now we're seeing it almost every point,
Yeah,
going back and forth.
very difficult to pick a winner.
I will say, as it gets to the end of the set, right, that's more likely to happen because the points become so important. The players know that, so they're not willing to let up as much.
Last gallery. Last gallery, 15 all.
Oh, sneaky.
30-15. West of the last gallery.
a bad time to leave the bobble short. Not sure that's the time frame when you want to be leaving one of those. You know?
Chase the second gallery.
Tight from both players there.
Chase 2. Chase 2. Game for server. 4 games all.
Very good ball from Bryn there.
Very nice start to this
Good
game.
hold on there, good little bit of disguise.
Last gallery, 15 all.
Didn't quite fancy trying to fish that one out of the last gallery, that opening.
He's gotten away with a couple there. A couple poor shot selections, you know, for him. Going for that main wall, he got away with it in the last gallery, but when Rob throws the ball away, it's because it could be that it's too small. So, right, you don't necessarily want a super small hard one, but you know, these guys are hitting the balls into the wall at 1,000,000 miles an hour, so they're going to get a little bit misshapen. So there's just occasionally within each set, there's going to be a few that you don't like.
Time. Okay. Last gallery. Is the last gallery. Last gallery.
Oh, that's such good play from Bryn.
Two very difficult retrievals on his backhand there, Bryn. Picked them both up beautifully.
Second gallery. 30 all.
Bryn's going to consider that a huge win. Left that serve well short, and he'll definitely take a hazard chase from there. Oh,
It's down.
great play.
And I understand with the balls, we've got 4 sets of balls that are being used. That they're rotated. They're rotated through every 4th day. So
Yes.
these will only have been used basically once before, which would have been 1, 2, 3. Would have been Sunday.
Yep.
Um,
So I think the end goal is to combine them as we get into the latter stages, and,
Yep.
and some of them will get thrown out.
Yes.
You know, just by the nature of hand making balls. Some won't be necessarily
Second gallery.
Legit.
finals ready.
Yep.
So, but they do a great job here. That's for sure. Alright, Hazard.
Hazard second.
Oh, big shot from Bryn.
30, half a yard worse than the last gallery. Game receiver, 5 games to 4.
Trading games, the momentum shifts towards Bryn. Sorry, Bryn's very definitely looking for 5 sets here.
Yeah. Oh, there it is again. He's done that one well this set. He's missing him high out of court in the other sets. Beyond that cross court. Oh, another edge.
The edge off the bottom of it.
Oh. That's some great defense from Rob.
Fantastic.
And then very smart from Bryn to not try and also can go for another winner off of that ball. And then instead just take his
Just
loss and take that chase.
Yep.
Gave it a shot. Let's get out of there. But amazing defense from Rob there. As we sit, what are we, 2.5 hours in?
Yep.
Still be covering the court this well?
Almost 3 hours now. 2 hours 50 is the approximate match time. Set point for Bryn.
Oh, that's so ooh. So words I can't say. Another edge.
very, very fine margins on play here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Interested to see better than second if Rob goes to the railroad. It's a big risk.
It's the railroad.
Oh, good. Took on the risk and hit a great one. Great serve, great finish.
Serves advantage.
Saved 2 set points. Now brings it back to 5-all in the 4th.
Great playing. Great playing.
Super shot by Bryn there.
So interesting to see them both step up in that 5-all game, you know. And you just always wonder, you're like, why can't I just do that all the time, right? Digging that ball out, moving like that. And not a lot in it right now, that is for sure.
Very close.
Both striking it well. Both feeling like they have opportunities.
Probably both feeling it a little bit as well.
Big point here. First and second needs to get this tight. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Keen to do 3 dead on in a row, bring up match point, but settles for a chase.
Better finish.
Yeah, a great finish by Bryn.
Brent missed that first one though, Bryn. He's got to finish that point off.
Superb shot. Right.
He's up 2 match points here. I think we will hear a humongous roar.
We've got an absolutely packed dead on. The upper gallery is full of people. And here we are, 2 hours and 56 minutes later.
Better than the last gallery.
2 match points to Rob Fahey. Game, set, and the match to Rob Fahey.
That's not how we want to see it end, but
Bryn a little bit unsure about the call on that serve there. But,
yeah, I'll stay out of it, but you know.
Drew called it in, so the point will stand.
Yeah,
and
but what an amazing match. Well played.
What a fantastic match.
Both guys. Rob's going to be ecstatic to get through that until tomorrow when he wakes up and he has to come back in for the doubles.
Let's have a quick look at some of the match stats there. It's been a pretty close affair.
It was. Especially as we got after that first set, I think we leveled out a bit. But you know, coming out hot, winning that first set proves to be crucial. You know, I think otherwise most of those stats are pretty much exactly on, and Rob just did well to close the points out better. I think his open ball finishing was superb today when he needed it to be. So
absolutely. Well, Camden, this has been an absolute pleasure watching this match with you for the last 3 hours, almost 3 hours or so.
Yeah.
And we'll see Rob on Saturday through to the singles semi-final. We'll find out very shortly who we'll be playing. But that is and the next semi-final is on basically right away. Joel and Chris hopefully starting to warm up now. But Cam, thank you very much.
No problem.
Fantastic insights.
Enjoy the last match, everybody.
Thank you very much. And we'll be back shortly with the final match.
Perfect.